Hey buddies, it's your girl AyChristene, and today we are checking out I Was a Dumb Kid by infamous Swoosh. We are kind of in this realm of like childhood regrets, I guess, between videos we've seen from Nations, which I think those are actually a long time ago, but then also Scribble Juice, and now this. So we're going to dive in. Links down below to become a patron to get the uncut reaction to all the shows and anime movies that we check out, like Leah Smiley, Noise, Sonia Monet, Marini, Brawl, Caleb 101, Martez Ward, Baby Seals, Mac, and Dottie Davis. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate it so much. Now let's see why Swoosh was a dumb kid.
See you there. Welcome to my man
Hello.
cave. Take it all in.
Okay.
It's
way.
pretty manly. Let's have a tour, shall we? Over here we have a statue of myself. Very accurate to real life. Yes,
accurate.
I have been working out. Thanks for noticing.
I like the poosh on the side
for being the best animator on YouTube. Whoa, we don't gotta go in there.
We should. I definitely want to. Well, actually, it is a bedroom, so I'm. Oh gosh.
Okay. I may not have always been this awesome. Back
At least
in my
that's
day,
the
I was pretty stupid. Whether or not I
liquid
still am
BC, nothing else
is up for debate. I was a textbook last child. I figured out things as I went along. My parents were not as strict with me as they were with my siblings. And I got everything I wanted because I was their favorite. Some things never change. For most of my childhood, it was me and my brother Justin against the world. He's 2 years older than me and has been taller than me literally my entire life, despite all the doctors saying I would surpass him. So growing up, we had a very natural little brother, big brother dynamic. Like one time, my dad, Justin, and I were all driving home, and Justin had just gotten his wood carving merit badge in Boy Scouts because he was way cooler than me. And since he received this badge, he got a free knife. I was not going to let this slide.
They giving kids knives?
So that's what they was doing? Cool as him.
Wow.
Obviously. So on the way home, I put my acting skills to the test. I was whining to my dad to play with a knife to prove I deserved that knife just as much as he did.
Oh, whoa.
Please, I want to hold it. Nathan,
oh, goodness.
You're going to hurt yourself.
No, I won't. I
know
what
goodness.
I'm doing.
Nathan, you've never even held a knife.
Oh, fine. He's whining.
Justin, give your brother the knife.
It's a knife. Hello?
You guys are not going to believe this. I can't believe my dad didn't want me to play with Justin's knife because he thought I would do exactly what ended up happening.
Oh my
gosh. Make it very clear. This was not Justin or my dad's fault. I thought I was a big boy, but alas, the knife was too big for my britches.
Right.
My fingers.
Oh
Luckily,
my
nothing a Band-Aid and
goodness.
some Neosporin couldn't fix.
Okay.
Another time I dragged Justin into my mess was when I had the brilliant idea to use a piece of technology that was once again too big for my britches. Apparently I wore a lot of britches when I was a kid.
Hilarious.
My mom would buy this spicy popcorn that was the best movie snack ever. And of course, at the right old age
popcorn?
of 8, I thought I had everything in life figured out. So while we were watching a show, I took matters into my own hands and threw some popcorn into the microwave. Then I paused and thought, how long is popcorn supposed to be in the microwave for again?
Oh,
I don't know, like 10 minutes?
No.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
No.
Who wants a dumb old castle anyway?
No. Oh my gosh. Hilarious.
The popcorn literally exploded in the microwave. Thankfully, the microwave didn't explode, but I guarantee that if it was in the microwave for another minute, we would have been watching the firemen extinguish the flames of our house instead of sunk underground.
Wow.
Good and tasty?
My mother wasn't happy about me nearly blowing up our home to smithereens, so ever since then, 100%. I haven't had that spicy popcorn. And I'm still grounded. One thing that keeps me up at night is remembering some of the toys.
Not the grounded part, but that you still haven't had the popcorn.
But if you were a toy I received as a child, there was a 50% chance your bloodline ended with me.
Wow.
Maybe there's like some toy-killing DNA somewhere in my heritage.
Oh, okay.
.com.
This video was sponsored by MyHeritage. MyHeritage is the #1.
That was good.
To it. One year, my family and I were on a road trip and stopped at a hotel. My most prized possession at the time was a blue Power Ranger toy that I had to bring everywhere. When we arrived at the hotel for the night, I decided to keep my most prized possession privately tucked behind the bed frame for protection.
Okay.
It wasn't until the next day driving that I realized I left him there. No amount of pleading would make my parents turn around. I mean, it makes sense. Adding 2 hours to a trip to pick up a $5 piece of plastic.
Yeah. No. You should have kept on to it. Yeah, you should have held on to it.
Talks that we had. You know, the laughs that we shared. And
you should have, listen, you should have held on to that.
Or whatever. This other time when I was even younger, my family and I went to the beach. At the time, I was obsessed with this show called Rescue Heroes, and my brother and I were
Rescue
crazy
Heroes. Why does that seem somewhat familiar?
On that fateful day on the beach, I
Maybe I
decided
just
to
seen
bury
the
my
toys.
most prized rescue hero in the sand.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about.
You read the title. And of course, I ended up losing him, so we held a beach funeral. It was a whole thing.
Oh my goodness.
I'm choked up. Another instance of me leading my toys to an early grave was when one Christmas my mom got me a set of 4 Sonic collectible figures.
This is why
I loved Sonic as a kid, so this
my
present
child
was really awesome. So of course I decided one of the first things I would do with these new toys was test their durability. And obviously the best way to do that was to throw him off the upstairs balcony.
Oh my gosh.
Gotta go fast.
No. Broken. Yeah, my daughter, she does that ish too.
Speak to me, man.
But she's like, oh, okay, let me do this crazy thing. I'm like, dear.
Well,
wow.
Frank, going up to my mom to tell her about this is still something that haunts me to this day. She just wanted to get her lovely, darling, definitely
exactly what he wanted.
A nice present, and I decapitated it within the hour. Luckily, my mom wasn't even that upset and just accepted that her son isn't the brightest bulb in the house. One day, my dad decided to take me.
That's probably why you're their favorite. They're like, oh, baby.
Making friends with these other kids at the pool that day.
Okay.
And since we were children that needed to be constantly doing something, we concocted a plan to make a raft out of pool noodles. Once this thing was complete, I volunteered to take her on her maiden voyage.
That's actually not a bad idea.
The vessel, hopped on it, and started slowly drifting towards the deep end of the pool where all the big kids were. Now, it was at this point where I realized, wait, I can't swim. So in a panic haze, I rolled off my raft and literally started drowning.
Oh my goodness.
Sinking to the bottom of the pool and jumping back up for a gasp of air, not knowing what I was doing.
Oh my
gosh.
gosh.
This older girl grabbed my arm and swung me back onto the raft that I was saved.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Because you panicked.
Yeah, no problem. So, you like rescue heroes?
Ew.
That girl actually saved my life. And even though I was young, I thought, hold on. Surely the lifeguard would have seen me drowning, right? I mean, this 12-year-old girl might as well have his job. I turned over to the lifeguard stand, and the lifeguard was talking to my dad. So not only did the lifeguard miss me drowning, but so did my father.
Right.
Hey, sport, are you having fun? Do
you
even love me? Another recollection of my stupidity was one fateful day when my mom had to take Justin and I to get our haircut. But this was no ordinary haircut. I wanted to tell the barber what kind of haircut I wanted.
What
I was
did
a
you
big
want?
boy, you see.
Oh,
basically, at the time, I heard the term buzz cut from one of my classmates. And I knew exactly what I wanted. Except I didn't know what I wanted because I didn't know what a buzz cut was. So there I am with
this is the issue with kids, bro.
Dialed in.
This is the issue with kids.
Please.
You sure, buddy?
Yep. Honey, are you sure you're sure?
No,
Mom,
you don't.
You're embarrassing me in front of the barber.
Oh.
You know what I'm doing.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Yeah.
Here you are, kid.
Yeah.
One buzz cut.
That's what you asked for. That's what you asked for.
Oh my gosh.
That's what you asked for.
What are the ladies gonna think about this? You're 10. So that was embarrassing.
Right.
A peanut with legs for the next 2 months wasn't ideal for 5th grade me.
Oh, goodness.
All right, now I'm going to do some lightning round stupid childhood moments.
Okay,
I could not whistle for many, many years. And I was
the bird was like,
about
please.
This fact, I mastered whistling inward.
I still can't really. I can't whistle.
No, I can't whistle correctly, and yes, it does look stupid. I did not know how to spell
inward?
the word infamous until 3 days before I made my channel. Meaning for 6 months, I was very close to becoming infamous Swoosh. What a different life that would have been. When I was 10, my bedtime was 7 o'clock. Yes, during most of the year, the sun is still up during that time.
Right.
I'm glad you noticed. This had nothing to do with me being a stupid child. I just wanted to remind my mom that she did this. One time, when I was
7
11,
o'clock
I had
is
a crush
crazy.
on this girl. She liked me back a lot. But once we entered the 6th grade, a new girl came into our school that I liked more. So I walked up with a girl that I liked all summer and said, "Hey, Hannah, I don't want to like you anymore." And after school, her mom called my mom saying her daughter had been crying all day. And now Hannah is getting married. Her name isn't actually Hannah, and I'm pretty sure I'm not invited to the wedding. The final story I have rewinds all the way back to the wonderful year of 2015. At the time, I loved Calvin and Hobbes. Still do. And if you don't know who they are, we can't be friends. My church's camp used to host a 4th of July parade every year, where everyone in the parade dressed up. So that year, I had the phenomenal idea to
Didn't he
dress
have a
up
thing
as
that said
Calvin.
Canada?
You know, Calvin, the American hero that he is. For this costume, I decided I needed to have a toy Hobbes.
Didn't
the
paper he have at the beginning say Canadian?
I ordered one on eBay for $11. By the time the 4th of July rolled around, it had been weeks since I ordered it, and I was starting to get anxious. But luckily, when my mom drove into camp, she had the package. Finally, I can't wait. How to crotchet Hobbes.
Crochet.
Okay, I don't really know what I'm supposed to do with this. How could I have been so careless? How did I not see that this was a scam?
Because you didn't
Why did I spend $11 on a piece of paper containing free information? Also,
hilarious.
I don't know how to crochet. What am I, 60?
Okay, first of all,
slow roll.
James saved the
day and lent me his realistic stuffed tiger that he had.
Oh.
For some reason. It would have to do. Now I just needed to transform into Calvin. I put on my red shirt. My dad put electrical tape all over it to look like black stripes. And my mom put temporary yellow hair dye in my hair from Walmart. Mom, why does my hair look green? Oof, look at the time. You're almost late.
Well, hello, we gotta go.
So my realistic plush tiger, green spiky hair, and electrical tape shirt celebrated America's birthday like no other. And I haven't ordered anything from eBay since. Luckily, I'm an adult now and marginally smarter, and I do taxes.
That
with my
sucks.
mommy's help. And if you're a little dumb sometimes like I was, that's okay. You live and learn.
You
now,
do.
If you'll excuse me, I'm going to go enjoy some popcorn I put in the microwave.
Unfortunately, some people...
It should be done by now.
I'm not gonna lie though, I pressed the popcorn button.
Everyone thanks for watching.
Because I'm not gonna lie, I have pressed, or I used to know, but it was like making popcorn used to be such a trivial, risky move because you could put 2 minutes, you could put 3 minutes, and it was, you know, at the end of the day, it was like a pulling a straw out of, like, you know, it's like a wishbone type of thing, pulling a wishbone, boom, because you don't know whether it was going to be burnt or good or undercooked. It was crazy. Now they've got that nifty little popcorn button, and I just listen when it sounds like the pops are getting the distance between pops, or the time between pops is getting further and further apart. I'm like, gotta get it before it even smells like it's burning. Got it. Okay. That's what I had to do, or I have to do now. Or sometimes your girl get a little fancy and make popcorn in a pot, okay? The old school way. Get some kernels and some oil, butter, and some salt. Cook that baby up. Have you some deliciousness. I might make some popcorn today. Possibly. Depends on when I'm done recording. What are the things that you did that were dumb as a kid? Because I watching this now, I'm not even thinking about the dumb things I did. I'm just thinking about the things my daughter does. And like when you get kids these things and then they just break them instantly, I 100% understand the frustration. I spent money, my hard-earned money, not you. You ain't got no money. I spent my money on this, and you asked for this, and you gonna break it, girl? As a mama, this is hard to watch. I'll tell you what, it's hard to watch. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Links down below to become a patron to get the uncut reaction to all the shows and anime and movies that we check out. I love you guys as always. And until next time, buddies. Toodles.